All right, next question is about math specialists. Do you find it a necessity to rehire math specialists? If not, what would happen with the math program? API grades are down overall with OUSD. And this will go first.
I suppose I don't have a strong opinion on that right now. I'd have to look at the issue. And the math specialist that we had in the district was very effective. My kids loved her, and I think she was very effective at her job. Hiring someone that's not as good as her just to fill a position, I don't think is necessarily the right idea. So we'd have to look at who the available candidates are and how to be most effective with that position.
Thank you. Tyson Reynolds?
When I think of math, I think of science, and I think you learn math through science. Kids aren't really jumping in and grabbing a hold of their math skills, maybe getting them and wrestling through some problems, solving some things, bring them outside, apply their math. They'll learn it much quicker. So I'm not sure if that's a role of that math specialist, but I know that if all the schools had the science teachers similar to a certain school does, that could be enveloped and there could be collaboration. What kids are learning in math that same day, they could learn in science and reinforce it. Certain kids will learn better that way. Certain kids, they get math and they go. Not all.
Thank you. Sarah Butler?
The question was, would you rehire the math specialist?
A math specialist.
A math specialist. I just want to say I was very sorry to hear that the math specialist was no longer working for the district. I think that has been a very important position. I remember when my oldest child was here at Glorietta, she would rotate through the classrooms, 4th and 5th grade, and would do breakout groups alternating with teachers. And it's been a very successful long-term program having a math specialist. That position. Our district was top in the state in math a few years ago. So I think it's a very valuable position. Given where we are, the other part of that question is, would you rehire that position? Where we are in the budget, I don't think we can answer that right now because there's too many unknowns. But it would be great to have a math specialist. We have to wait and see on the budget. Thank you.
Thank you, Ben Gilbert.
For those of you who have not had the pleasure of sitting through board meetings for the last several years, there's a little history to this. The math specialist, who is widely regarded as one of the most talented teachers in the district, was on the chopping block to save $100,000. There was some back and forth, give and take, however you want to call it. I'll explain it afterwards. She is now an assistant professor at St. Mary's College. This is who we lost. And so, whether we're going to replace that particular position, I don't know. But this is the kind of treatment of teachers in this district that I think we just can't afford to tolerate any longer. Thank you.
Thank you. And Julie Rossler?
I think the loss of this particular math specialist was a very big loss for our district. I can imagine her frustration because she was in a quote-unquote temporary position that had to be rehired every year, so she would get a pink slip every year and then be rehired, and that must be a very frustrating position for somebody to be in. I've seen her work on both ends of the spectrum, both providing extra challenges to kids who need more math challenges and extra support for kids who need that, and she was a very special person, and I think it's a loss to the district, but at the same time, I don't know that you want to fill it with just anybody, and so I can't say for sure that